One of the quotes that I love to use is communication. The problem with communication is the illusion that it actually happened. There are so many layers between us and the people we're talking to, even if they're face to face to us, never mind if there's 3 or 4 layers of leaders in between. Um, how do you get through all that and feel like you're getting through?
Well, you obviously have to test it, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But going back, I remember someone once said, "Oh, Marnie, you talk too much," and I'm like, "Okay, but I'm trying to reach people that are very different generationally, culturally, etc. So I'm trying to talk to different individuals in different ways." So if you're only talking one on one to someone you know very well, their listening style, because remember, and I love that you said this, communication is actually more about not the person speaking, but the person listening. And I always say that you can't have change or you can't have learning if it didn't come in, the person listened to it, processed it in their brain, and it became a bit of their fabric, right? And you have to have neuroplasticity, of course, for active listening and learning. So I always think about what is the engagement I have with people. And it's interesting, even when I was working in countries like Japan or elsewhere, it was actually difficult because I didn't have as many body language tells. Like I always said, even if we weren't speaking English, if the body language we had resonance, like there was interactions from body language, I used body language reading a lot to tell, was that person engaged with what I was saying? Are we communicating? I think in the bigger picture, when you go beyond body language tells, then you have to really test in kind of the outcomes, the after effects of the communication. Sometimes those might be surveys, like engagement type surveys. Sometimes they'll be what I call re-recruiting or re-opting in. And often the ultimate test will be have people become more coachable, right? Because we can be good coaches. And as much as I consider myself a strong leader, I always work to be a really good coach. But, coaches are only measured really on how well people evolve and train and then, what they do on the field or in the company, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's ultimately the measurement that you have. Are you being a good leader? Are you being a coach? And do you see it kind of in the outcomes, how people evolve, participate in high performing teams themselves, what the company is able to accomplish, the scale and pace? And that's ultimately when you have done a good job, but then you have to keep doing a good job. Like it'll quickly drop off if you say, "Oh, I'm tired," or the company goes and finds a different CEO that's not as good at motivating and interacting with people and frankly caring about them.